I don't know about you guys, but for me, it was a bit of sensory overload. How important do you think it is to watch this film in a great movie theater? How important is the big screen experience?
I mean, that's a very fair point. It depends what you want out of it. You know, this is an epic adventure. If you want that sensory overload, you want to see it in 3D. You want to get that, everything going on and feeling the whole story. If you want to spend time with it because you love it, you're going to take it home, DVD, watch it. And I think it has both.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen a film in IMAX unless it was with my son, like a polar bear movie. So I got to see it in IMAX, and I was blown away. And then there's also 3D, but you know what's cool? There's no gimmicks in this movie, though. What works about the 3D and the IMAX is that it actually makes you feel as if you're in it. And so I don't know if it's sensory overload as much as it's just like it's all-consuming. And so, and that way, I thought it was sort of this next idea of, I don't know, you know, the idea of like, you know, changing your reality, those future things, or you like a virtual reality, a bit like that. Yeah.
Are you fans of 3D or 4D? I guess there's 4DX or something.
I never watch it. I just, that's the first thing I've ever seen in 3D. I thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
Do you find that accent sexy?
You know that I do.
Are you talking to Paula? Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, did it work for you?
You find it
You
sexy?
never know.
Yeah, I love my granddad. He was a good bloke. I liked him. Yeah, nice. He's a good bloke.
Well, she wasn't convinced on set, or what?
No, he's just fishing for compliments.
I'm double checking.
I like a lot of accents, though. I like Toby's as well.
Okay, yeah,
English accents are super and lovely.
I'm actually feeling really lucky. I like this situation
It
here.
used to be interviews just you and I, and then Toby's.
It's a great little sandwich that you got
It
going
is a
there.
good sandwich, isn't it? I feel very lucky.
In truth,
I hope this goes on forever. How late are we going, everybody?
In truth, going back to your question, I avoid 3D. It gives me a headache. Usually, it gives me a headache. I actually enjoyed Planet of the Apes in 3D because we shot in true 3D. You know, we had the two cameras one above each other, and so it depends how it's done. If they render it afterwards, it can just give you a headache. But we shot in 3D. It was filmed in 3D. We were making a 3D film.
Right.
That was the deal. So. Yeah, it's a sensory, I agree, it's a sensory overload, but with purpose. It's supposed to immerse you into the planet that you're in.
Now, Duncan had made some ambitious films, but quite smaller on the scale of things. How confident were you that he had the command of the materials and the scale of this film?
They felt big to me. Moon felt like a big movie to me. I don't know whether he chose the right guy. Sam Rockwell feels like a movie star to me. I know he's, you know, in the sense of things, he's not Stallone and Arnie, but he felt like a movie star to me. And same with Source Code. Gyllenhaal he's a movie star, was coming up to be a movie star, and they felt epic. So I felt very safe all the way through, you know.
It was his passion. I mean, I already thought he was a great filmmaker, but it was honestly, when I walked in his office and I saw what he had drawn up, and already what he kind of has his visual idea of the film, I was blown away. I mean, you can't, beyond that, it's faith, right? It's just something you feel in your gut. You go, this feels right. I don't know. I don't do science and I don't do diligence. I just go with what my heart and my soul feels, and it just felt right.
Well, women with tusks is a good look. Not quite as sexy as fangs, but are you changing that?
Who knows?
She's flipped it. Literally flipped it, right? The fangs to the tusks.
Yeah. I'll take it.
We'll see.
Imagine going into a bar and seeing, I'd go straight for.
Yes, you would, Travis. That would be
after a
right
pint,
up your
though.
alley.
We both know after a pint. There's no way he goes straight for anything except a pint.
Straight for the woman
One
with
green
tusks.
bird in the hand is better than
4 green birds in a bush.
Perhaps you could argue that Vikings was a good training ground for this kind of film for you.
Yeah, but yeah, I agree, but totally different in a way, you know. I mean, total different story. This is a fantasy, and Vikings more of a historical, has a real reality to it. But the world of Warcraft, you just put in this world that is just nowhere on Earth. You'd see such things, from the creatures to the orcs to the, you know, the griffins, the elves. You just really get immersed in this fantastical world, you know.
Were you a gamer, or are you all familiar with the game? No?
No. I've learned a lot about it now. Yeah, we had no choice, especially with Rob Kaczynski, who's he plays one of the orcs.
Yeah, plays Orgrim.
And he's in the top 10 in the world in Warcraft.
He was our,
Yeah.
our guide.
Yeah.
So
Literally your on-set expert.
Yeah, exactly. And his
And a great
excitement
actor.
about it, it brought it to life for me. You know, a lot of times I was like, so what's this place? I said, Elwyn Forest, you know, and he gave this full detailed thing. And it ignited me in a different way that I wasn't expecting. You know?
Paul, your character is part orc, part human.
Yes.
Was that decided after you were cast?
No,
to-
that's how
oh,
that's how the character was presented to me.
Okay.
It's not exactly faithful to the game, I should say, but it works for the film, and I think that that's sort of the idea that you have to have is that this is the passion was for this game. Duncan was a huge fan, but he also had to make a movie and a movie that worked. So some things had to be adjusted, and so Garona was always sort of mixed being, but so in the film though she's half orc, half human.
And even the chaps from Blizzard, when they heard that, they were there on set with us. They were like, well, this is more really what we were trying to do. You know, like right at the beginning, we needed this. This is an element missing. So they were happy to incorporate it. It wasn't, you know, just our idea. We're changing this great game. We're changing the idea.
Right.
You know, it was something Blizzard
For people
wanted.
who don't know that she's half orc, half Draenor.
Yeah.
And Draenor's a different being altogether. But for the film, this is what makes it work. And that's why I think you have to make those choices also so that you please the gamers, but more importantly, also you please anybody that's never seen it before. And someone like myself who never has, and seeing it for the first time like I have, I was blown away by what was achieved, and that you don't have to, and you're just kind of brought into this world, and it, I don't know, moved my heart, my soul, and excited me.
Okay.